So I noticed something. Which is really unfair. Um, Something not quite right about the fact that my channel's algorithm has been rigged. You guys, it's been rigged and it shouldn't be. If you were a person in my position that, ooh, I do not like the way this card looks, that is actively being gang stalked by a cult, the videos that you make about the happenings of it should not cause your channel to be blacklisted or put in a certain algorithm. I believe that the reason why they did that was so that people would not get correct spiritual information. The video that I did about Nolan Wells, I feel so bad for him. I feel so bad for his family. So bad. And I believe that I kind of got put in like an algorithm of that whole um that whole arena of let's hate black people. And I think that my channel and that doesn't reflect who I am or how I feel, because I don't hate black people. I don't hate black people. I don't hate black men. I don't hate black women. I'm not an idiot. You know, I have no hatred for blacks at all. And they have somehow put my channel in like this area of to where people can't see me. So the video that I did about Nolan Wells literally got only 18 views, which is weird. Okay. Because it was about him, but it's also about very important spiritual information that people need to know. Okay. People need to know about that particular mental condition that I was speaking about in that video. And people need to understand that, number one, if you Google it, it claims that it's extremely rare, but it's actually not extremely rare. There are a lot of people that are running around here with that particular mental illness. And many of them, and I'm not saying this about all Christians, y'all know that. Many of them, though, they represent probably a group of people who possibly could be under the same type of psychosis or spirit. But that video was really important. And I've mentioned that particular, I'm going to run upstairs and grab my phone. I've mentioned that particular mental illness, which they claim is rare. Well, apparently it ain't too rare, because we've been dealing with a lot of black people just being murdered. And, you know, it's funny how I've been getting stalked for years, obviously by racists, and stalked for stupid reasons. Stalked because I ended a friendship with a white woman. Stalked because I don't want to have anything to do with a group of black people that hates their own. Stalked by people that hate, period. You know, I don't have hate. So y'all make sure that y'all are sharing my videos, okay? And then also make sure that you're hyping my videos if you support me. Okay. I do not support any agenda against any race, especially black people. I am the mother of black sons. Okay. And grandchildren. So, like I said before, social media is not going to change my life. Social media can kiss my ass. I'm going to be honest with you. And I don't know why these people decided that, again, I wouldn't care if you were with the top elite. You can't tell me what to do, and you're going to FIFO. You're going to FIFO. Okay. Straight up and down. So if you guys didn't see that video, I was talking about how the people that killed Nolan Wells, because it was a murder, it was not an accidental drowning, bullshit. Even if he drowned, it was something that led to him drowning. Somebody let him drown. Somebody knows how that boy died. That's bullshit. Okay. And I kind of woke up feeling a little spiritually attacked, and I haven't, and it's not so bad because I haven't called on my spirits. When I call on a few of my spirits, they will. They will. Matter of fact, hold on a second. All right, y'all. So there are several spirits that I will call to, and they will literally hem you up. They will literally hem you up by your goddamn fucking guts. Okay. Um, he was murdered because of racism, and then the religion that kind of backs up that racism. It does sometimes cause mental illness. It causes mental illness. Okay. Now, if you just so happen, if you're lucky, you're gonna run into somebody like me. Okay. And somebody like me, I'm gonna let you believe. I'm gonna let you have your Jesus. Okay. But I'm not gonna let you fall into the negative traps of that religion. Okay. Because that's pretty much what it does to some people. Okay. And I truly believe that racism is being exacerbated, in particular, all forms of hate. Because we've all heard of the curse of Ham, and then the Bible even, the God of the Bible, Yahweh, even calls for children to be murdered, women to be murdered, rape apology. So you can pretty much tell that God was invented by man. Okay. And it's not to say that it doesn't hold any power. The more and the more and the more energy that people feed to something gives it more power. We all know that. And religion has had thousands of years to settle in to the mindsets of people. For some reason, what I've noticed is that a lot of extremely religious people and who have, to me, have also shown signs of mental illness. Like, for example, there's one obsessed person on here. He's very psychotic. He was doing a live stream the other day, and he was trying to picture me as a crypt keeper. I believe that he has that mental illness. I believe that he does not see things correctly. That is one of the reasons why I always put up a video of myself. I don't do that just to prove anything. I do that to prove, hey, I don't look like a I don't look like a skeleton. I don't look like a demon in the face. I am a flesh and blood woman, and I look normal. Okay? I look normal. I don't look like that. Okay? So I'm not saying that everybody that is religious suffers from that. I'm not saying that, but I do see that being very common in people that are reading, especially people that are reading curses out of the Bible. I saw a video that was really disturbing the other day, guys. I feel so sorry for the world. I love you guys, but y'all are fucked. You're fucking screwed, man. Screwed McGrooge. I saw a video the other day. They got thousands and thousands of views. That was actually the prayer of Psalms 109 to return to sender. Now, we all know that the Bible does not suggest that. I don't know about the Bible, okay? I'm pagan. People are so in a religious psychosis that you're not realizing that Psalms 109, it will hurt you as well. It will hurt you. That is not the way you return a curse to somebody. You're bringing on more curses and more famine and more problems. So, I believe that I'm predicting in the next couple of years, religion is going to end up being outlawed. I do. As soon as that president ends his term, as soon as he's out of the office, they're going to ban religion, especially out of politics. They've already banned it out of schools, but I know that just recently they put it in schools in Texas. Watch how people in droves are going to remove their children from school in Texas, wherever that is in Texas, where they are forcing everybody's children to listen, to read the Bible in class. There are very dangerous spirits that are connected to the various passages of the Bible. I'm going to do some research to see what passage of the Bible could be linked and connected to that particular mental illness, which the mental illness that I'm talking about is when people are seeing demon faces on normal looking people. Okay? To me, I feel like this is being bought on by religion to some people who are very unlucky. Okay, they're delusional. You look at a person and you don't see their face, you see a demon. You see their face is totally different than what it looks like. Okay? Can you imagine somebody like that? No wonder so many people end up getting killed. Because these people don't see reality. They're possessed. They're under possession. And I believe that case in itself, that it was really random. Early this morning, for some reason, Spirit came to me and revealed that to me. And it ain't just about people's faces morphing to these people. It's about certain ways that someone looks that they recognize as the devil. So it's kind of like two parts of that. Okay? And it's crazy. Okay? You're looking at something that is a cause for alarm. If you guys did not see that video that I did about Nolan Wells, make sure that you take a look at it. I am going to be promoting that video because people need to know what is happening out here and how people are losing their shit. People are losing their minds. And this is not a black sector channel. Okay? This is not a black sector channel. This channel does not belong to any black sector. I'll take down every fucking video on this channel if I have to and move it to a different channel, which that would take fucking hours and days, so I'm not going to do that. That would take too long. But you know, this channel is filled with my energy, and I don't know who people think they are, but you know, this ain't it. That ain't it. You know, you can't stop me from getting to my people, and that's all people. Black people, white people of all ages, I said races, ages, are welcome to the information that I have. And the fact that they have blacklisted, like literally immediately that video was blacklisted, immediately. And people needed to know the circumstances as to what led up to it. There's a lot of videos out there that are, you know, very suspicious about his death, okay? I for one, and I don't give a damn about what nobody thinks. I know for a fact that that boy was murdered. That's a fact. That is a fact. Okay, he was murdered, and I don't give a shit about the people and the officials in fucking Mississippi. You know, you can try to do what you think you're gonna do, but at the end of the fucking day, you know, I'm just telling you, you know, my spirits will pop up and they will pop off at your ass and let you know instantly that you're not fucking with anybody over here. Okay, that is a fact. Soon as I called to my spirits, that little attack that I felt dissipated. Not too long after uploading the fucking video. Not only that, I'm being attacked also by mediums and psychics on here that are fighting over dead bodies. And you don't want to deal with my spirits, and you don't want to know what they got in store for you. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't fucking deserve that shit. Because you can get gone off this damn website. I'm tired of people crying and shit, fucking with my gifts of empath. I love being an empath because it makes me extremely sensitive, and I loved the love connections and the sexual connection that it provides me, and the sexual power that it provides me with my significant other. But I don't like it when people try to tap into my fucking gifts of empathism. And my spirits got something for you for doing that shit. They got something for you, and you're not gonna like it. It's not gonna be good for you. It's not. It's not gonna be good for you. Don't fuck with me at all. Okay? I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of that shit. Okay? Because I just saw some shit that was very fucking disturbing. And you know what? I don't do spiritual gore. And it was really gruesome. I don't like that shit. You know, one of the people that competed with me for years, and she still didn't make shit of herself. Now, you know, she's literally exploiting a little girl over on her channel. Yeah. Oh, I don't need help, Vampires of Tomorrow. You mean as far as with my channel? I'll be okay. If you're talking about donating something like that, I do accept donations because we're moving soon, and I could use all the help I can get. Got to pay deposits on utilities and all that stuff, furniture. Gonna need pots and pans and stuff. I made an Amazon wish list and everything because obviously, you know, I had to start completely back over. But yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. So anyway, I talk about whatever I want to talk about. There has been a huge push by these people to try to associate me with certain bull crap and to try to keep my channel limited to speaking about shit that I'm not even interested in. And trust me, I don't feed that sector. I literally do not feed that sector. I'm killing that sector. I'm destroying that sector. And I'm not saying I'm killing the people, but that sector got to go. The moment that you tried to come for me and try to force me to be a part of that, that was your biggest mistake. And it doesn't matter. You can be a senator, you can be the president, you can be with the CIA, you can be with whoever the fuck you want to be with. It does not matter. You have no power over me whatsoever. And I don't know why people do that. I have seen, I clear my energy all the time. It ain't about my energy. It's the channel. It's the channel. It's the channel. It's not my energy. It's channel. It is. But what I'm picking up on as far as like spiritual attacks, it's very mild. Like the spiritual attacks that I feel, literally I would say 0.03% of what somebody's actually sending to me. But I think that when you tap into Nolan Wells' energy, the first thing that you're gonna get is the negativity of the spirit that wanted his soul or wanted his body or his blood or whatever, or just his soul. Okay. But then I start picking up on other readers, and that's why I'm telling y'all, a lot of these readers out here are very unethical. And I'm gonna tell you something. All of them know better. All of them know better. You know what I'm saying? So it's not my energy. I clear my energy. My energy stays clear. It's not me. It's connected to this YouTube channel. That has nothing to do with me and how I feel. People sit on this website and obsess about me all the time. That's them. That's how they're feeling. My feelings don't match that. How they affect me is not the way they try to make it look like. They try to make it look like, oh, I made you go through this and this, and that. They didn't make me go through anything. My journey is my journey, and they can't tell my story. Just like they'll try to say, oh, I had so much power to do this to you in Georgia. Yeah, I felt certain things. Feeling something don't have nothing to do with physicality and physical location. I got out of Georgia because my ancestors and spirits wanted me the hell out of Georgia. I wanted out of Georgia. I wanted out of Georgia. I wanted to come home to my babies and hold my grandson and hold my babies, get my family back together. That's what I wanted. Okay. But as far as like anything that I've went through within my family, the things that I'm going through with a family member has nothing to do with those people. Nothing to do with them. And they need to accept that. Okay. They're basically trying to take my journey, because obviously with everything that was going on with my uncle, that's a family thing. That's a bloodline thing. That has nothing to do with them people. And yeah, they're trying to attach to my family, but they're not going to actually make any pen hit any fucking paper, is what I'm saying to y'all. So my journey is my journey, and what they do is temporary. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to learn that. I don't think it's obsession. You can clear your conscious energy for both parties by just letting go with an apology. I'm never, you talking about, no, I'm never gonna apologize. I could get out, hold on, I could get out of sector. I got witches attaching to my growth. They trying to get in my mental. Mm-hmm. Those are not witches. I'm not going to apologize to anybody. Yeah, well, we can consummate we can consummate and have sex with somebody, but us witches have ways of cord cutting. Yes, we do. We have ways of protecting ourselves. So I don't have any connection to any man except for my significant other. And he's not on YouTube. My man is not on YouTube. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? That is a delusion. Any man on YouTube, any man or woman that feels that she has some kind of connection to me is delusional. Is delusional. I am only connected to one person, and that is my significant other. That's period, end of story. And can't nobody get in our connection. So a lot of people can make any assumptions that you want. That's just like somebody said that I have a soul tie with this person on here. No, I do not, at all, ever. Ever. That's something that I specialize in. Nobody can form a soul tie. Nobody can say, hey, I'm going to attach myself to you as your spiritual husband. Nobody can do that. No, 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 no. They're actually white women terrorizing the black tea sector, claiming to be Native American and Hell's Angel. They steal all my art, heart, ideas, and respond to everything I do. I'm a decade younger. What's the black tea sector? Interesting. What kind of, they claim that they're doing Native American magic. Okay. Yeah, more than likely they're just doing it's there's a lot about that I don't reveal on this channel. I can't talk about what I know, even what I found out in the past 3 or 4 days, guys. That's something that you have to contact me in private, and you have to become a client for me to even let you know what they're doing. I'm not gonna okay, wait a minute. Let's deal with the Jaguar right sector and the black tea sector. What the hell is the Jaguar right sector? Oh my god, are you serious? What's a Jaguar right sector? You talking about her followers? Tell me what's going on with Jaguar right while I deal with Mint Dispo. Mint Dispo, I'm not gonna apologize to anybody ever. And you will never hear an apology. Apologize for what? Apologize for what? I haven't done anything wrong to anybody except for defending myself. I'm not gonna apologize for anything. I'm the one that's owed an apology, and trust me, I don't need to hear one. And if people are sitting here waiting for those people to come on here and apologize to me for to be any proof of respect or shit like that, then you can get the hell out of my face, because I don't need those people's apology. I don't need shit from them. I don't want anything to do with it. That's how you cut shit off, especially when it's bullshit. So I'm not, that's not my job to justify people and their actions. I don't have to explain that. I'm not a part of those people. Quit putting me in that crap. I don't have nothing to do with grown people that are doing things that they know they shouldn't be damn doing. Basically, the people who follow Jaguar and her talks about the industry with Diddy and Jay-Z, a lot of people got caught up in that a few years ago. They think they run the black tea sector. It don't have nothing to do with weakness. I don't care. I don't care. No, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. That's your opinion, Mint Dispo. That's the problem with people in social media. I don't owe anybody in social media a fucking thing. They don't even know how to cover celebrities or news. I came from the Barbs and Female Rap Mob Radio. Mm, you gotta protect yourself from the various people's social media algorithms and egregores. Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with weakness. I've listen, I am a sensitive woman. I bleed once a month. I love my family. Of course, I'm fucking weak. I am weak as the fuck for my people, for my loved ones. But that weakness that I have is my motherfucking strength. Okay? So I ain't never said I'm just this hardcore, oh, I'm hard. No, I'm not hard. I'm actually very soft and mushy and gushy. And I love myself, where, I am at a soft place for myself and my loved ones. They ain't got nothing to do with it. When I say I don't want shit to do with you, I don't want nothing to do with you. End the fucking story. And this has been the problem for 13 fucking years. This has been the issue for the past 13 years. People trying to force me to talk to them, to be associated with them. Fuck them, and they're gonna have to suffer. Everybody that's done that is gonna have to fucking suffer. When somebody tells you, it don't matter what race they are, when somebody tells you, I want nothing to do with you, you need to just say okay and walk away. So, then also, you don't know the whole story. Why should I apologize to people that lied on me and almost had me killed? That don't even make no damn sense. That, like, nah, I ain't gonna never be friends. I ain't gonna never be cool with those people. Now, end the story. And they don't control my money. They don't control what the fuck I do. They don't control how the fuck I feel. They don't control nothing. I've already did the work long time ago. I did some stronger work though. I already did the work a long fucking time ago. Because a lot of men, y'all, they will try to attach themselves and do all kind of certain prayers and shit out the fucking Bible to try to bind you to them and force you to try to do what the fuck they say. Look, you ain't got no damn authority over me. They'll try to control you. You got to be careful with some of these men, some of these males. You ain't got no control over me, my children, my grandchildren. You ain't got nothing. You ain't my man. You're not my husband, and I told you that. And if you want to label me as a whore, then so be it. Okay. Yes, I've moved on. I've never been a part of that. I've never been a part of their sector. Goddamn, like, what is wrong with these black people? They always reporting and striking. Oh, yeah. Well, I've noticed that my videos don't get as many views, but it's certain video. For some reason, my channel is being heavily watched. And I do believe that that has something to do with the higher ups not wanting people to have the fucking knowledge. And I'm going to tell you something. First of all, everything above and below. So the Most High, you can sit there with a fucking computer and try to code a goddamn video, but at the end of the fucking day, God is going to protect me, the Most High, and then my foot soldiers that are on the damn ground are going to protect me. So people need to fucking know the information that I put in that fucking video. I'm not even really talking about the black sector. The black sector does not have power. Okay, so there's somebody else controlling that black sector, obviously. They may be some in some upper echelon. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling the elites that control that fucking sector that you will get fucked, double, triple fucking fucked. I don't give a shit. Somebody that's a upper echelon, high elite, I don't give a shit about that shit. You're dirt to me. Need to block them from doing that. It's not Tasha K. You know what? Tasha K came to me in a dream one day. And Spirit just told me to banish her. I do believe that she's got some kind of she does some kind of spiritual work. And my spirit just told me to banish her. I don't have to trip off of her. You know? It was a long time ago. It was about 3 years ago. She came to me in my dreams, and she wasn't attacking me or anything, but I don't want any of these YouTubers coming to me in my dreams. I've had Alexis K. Tyler. She's came to me in my dreams several times. Alexis K. Tyler tries to pull me she tried to pull me into her house, some kind of realm, that because she taps into shit like that. I don't give a damn. Like, girl, bye. I immediately got up and I grounded myself and my loved ones. I grounded myself. Let's just put it like that. It's some sick shit going on. And a lot of them are being blocked from using any kind of magic and shamanism. A lot of them need to be blocked from that shit. Sick pervert. I've been meaning to come on here and talk about spiritual rape too. A lot of these females and males will attempt to rape you in your sleep. And they'll try to tap into your dreams and shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know about them. They participated in that smear campaign against me years ago. They didn't even know me. I was sitting there listening at that sister, and she repeated a fucking lie about me that wasn't even the fucking truth. I said, wow. I said, that's crazy. I ain't never in my life been on no goddamn drugs, and she spreaded a rumor about me that was never true. I said, this is sad. It's sad. Yep. You know, I'll just keep it moving. But yeah, it's sick. It's sick. A lot of the black people on this website are sick, and it's a fucking embarrassment. And they call themselves being fucking spiritual. I can start off fresh without apologizing. Thank you. I ain't apologizing to nobody. I don't have no spiritual blockage. I don't have no spiritual blockage at all. That's not true. You have a spiritual blockage to even make you come at me and speak that way. And trust me, we've been dealing with, listen, it filters out the fuck shit. If you feel that something is wrong with me because of what they are doing, I don't want to talk to you anyway. Because you don't have discernment. You do not have discernment, Mint Dispo. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. And you are not somebody that I would talk to. Nobody that I speak to from YouTube would ever say that. I don't need to apologize for anything. And there's nothing blocked in my spirit. They've tried to, obviously. Nah. You're right now, what you're trying to do is you're trying to advertise your services in my chat, which is whatever. But you don't know what you're talking about. And I know exactly who you are, Mint Dispo. You don't you are one of the people that tried to exploit me. And you need to just leave me the hell alone. My suggestion is for all of you to leave me alone and quit trying to gaslight me, okay? Stop trying to gaslight me. You're trying to gaslight me. I've had a lot of big names in the spiritual business try to come over here and gaslight me and try to give me advice. Try to make it seem like they were smarter than me because I was being stalked. Telling me, well, those people, and you commenting on those people. I say what the fuck I want to say. You don't tell me what the fuck to talk about. My children were being fucking threatened. They still are. Okay? I've had my children being threatened, death threats on my children. So if that's not a time to speak out and speak up, I don't know when is. And then there's a lot of people, a lot of females out here that so that they can feel like they're stealing from me, they want to try to make it look like I'm this and I'm that, and they want me judged based upon that monkey. So that's why they use him a lot. And they will be punished severely for that by the divine feminine. You're disgusting. You tried to use abuse to line your pockets. You tried to use abuse of a woman to try to line your fucking pockets. Nobody respects you, and you don't deserve anything. You're a clown. And whatever money that they make off of it is gonna curse you. Whatever money you made off of my back, the little that you did, the little small amount that you did, is cursing you. Period. End of story. I was disgusted, but it was several of them that I'm not gonna name off. I'll call him a monkey because that's what the fuck he is. I'll call him a monkey because that's what the fuck he is. I don't give a shit. Me calling him a monkey is not me lowering myself either. Listen, I already know what y'all think, and I don't give a fuck about what y'all think. Listen, anytime you able to sit around and watch that shit, something is mentally fucking wrong with you. You're sick. You are one of the people that sits over there and watches that shit trying to consume my energy. Fuck off. I'm not going to keep anything open to a fucking apology. I've already made a clean break. It's never been a clean break needed. Don't tell me what the hell to do. I don't care what you're talking about. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I am a high priestess, okay? Yeah, there is a hierarchy in the spiritual community, and you need to respect. You need to respect. That's y'all problem, is y'all lack of fucking respect for other black people, or for black people, period. At the end of the day, God gave me that title as high priestess, and you people need to show some respect. You don't know what you're talking about. I am never, ever going to apologize to any of those fucking people. Ever. They need to go somewhere and forgive themselves. They're the ones that did. Why in the fuck? You see what I'm saying? They're narcissists. Why in the fuck would I apologize when they came for me? And literally, for some reason, a lot of them, especially them older women, they think they own people. Girl, bye. You can sit over there. What they do is they read the Bible. Girl, we're witches, okay? We're witches. We're witches. We already know what energy you try to conjure up with that. We already know, and no one cares. No one cares. You're sick, you're perverted, you need help. People are sick and freaking perverted. You're gonna be sitting over there obsessing about the bad choices that you made all day and night. I'm gonna be over here baking some pork ribs with some baked beans and some corn on the cob, not thinking about your asses. While y'all run around here and do the most disgusting shit. Mm-hmm. They unthawing two slabs in there. Mm-hmm. Gonna get that binder going on there. Get that seasoning going. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm vampires are tomorrow. That person that's speaking is delusional. They're delusional. That's my food. I bought that. I have the receipt for that. Get out of here. That's my food. I have the receipt for that. What the hell are you talking about? Are you dumb? See, this is the kind of ignorance we talking about. You don't even, literally, you don't even know my uncle. Quit saying his name. You don't know him. What the fuck? Weird ass people. You saw, just weird. That's my food. Why would I not be buying my own food? I buy my own food. I pay for my own internet and I pay for my own rent. What the fuck are these people talking about? The idiot. God, there's something wrong with y'all. Y'all are seriously mentally ill. Yuck. They think they look good running around people's names they don't even fucking know. I don't need your advice. What I need is for these black people to get over it. You're a group of people that literally tried to kill me. Kiss my ass. Trust me, I'm not no fucking dummy. Reggie is my uncle that I've been residing with. He's my blood uncle. He's my mother's brother. These people have been stalking and fucking harassing. Stealing some. I don't steal from nobody. They're crazy. Something wrong with them. And they're obsessed with us. You know, they wanted us to starve to death. They want us homeless. That's why they're going to end up dying. That's why they're going to end up dying. That's a fact. They literally harass the fuck out of us because I don't want to have sex with a white woman. Sex with them. All of them goddamn ignorant people wanted a piece of me, some kind of piece of me, and they got mad at me because I'm not a fucking slut. Just sick. Girl, these ignorant people been stalking me for 13 damn years. Because a white woman was doing it. These are unevolved Negroes. Unevolved Negroes is what we're dealing with them people. $13 years of this bullshit. And ain't none of them came up and made a dime off of it. All of them have consistently got sicker, funnier looking more funnier looking, and more cursed. Even the ones that did make a little bit of money, they got something coming for them. Money can only protect you for so fucking long. Straight up and down. I'm just telling the goddamn truth about the situation. And they keep going with the shit. It's called codependent narcissism. Is basically what we're dealing with. People that think that that they have authority. You know, they're very mentally ill, very mentally ill, and they're too embarrassed to just say, you know what, I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. They tried to turn my grandmother's house into a war zone. They're just sick. They ain't got no fucking respect. You know, I keep my ancestors close. I keep my ancestors very close. Okay? Do a lot of ancestor work. And yes, they do know how to try to banish spirits and ancestors, but you can't banish my spirit and ancestors as long as you got my name in your mouth. They tried to put several members of my family under possession and religious psychosis. Sick. I just continue to do my work to protect my people anyway. Hey, it's sick. They are afraid of us doing live rituals, performing spiritual services. No, they wanted to get they had money in mind. They want to make all the money. That's why they made groups. That's why they did groups instead of doing individual work, which is what the clients needed. They tried to clump a whole bunch of people into a fucking group, and they tried to work on those people through a fucking group, and it didn't work. It backfired on them like a motherfucker years ago. And so what they started to do is they started to utilize the Bible, and that's when things got worse. So now a lot of them are almost like pastors or preachers of a church. Okay, and instead of them actually doing spiritual work, transmuting anything, instead of them doing actual authentic witchcraft and healing, they are scapegoating on people, and they tried to use us as a fucking scapegoat. That I said, it's been several occasions. It's more than several occasions where I've just been sitting here fucking chilling, and then all of a goddamn fucking sudden, I'll see something coming at my kids and shit, and me and them doing Leviticus, the Day of Atonement, and all that shit. They don't. They're lazy. They're greedy and lazy. And instead of them actually, they're not doing real witchcraft. They ain't touched no damn spirit. They ain't stood they ground to no demon. They ain't did none of that. They ain't did none of that. What they do is they scapegoat on people and they try to utilize other people as sacrifices. Stupid, dumb heifers. What they don't realize is that if you say, well, don't come for me or my client, go for that person. So that would mean that the demon is still active. The spirit is still active, in which there are many. There are many, even many without names. And so it just they made the problem fucking worse, and they're going to suffer because of it. They're going to suffer because of it. Obviously, witches have dealt with people that are sick like that before. Obviously, we've dealt with it. We've dealt with it, okay? And basically, the way that we have dealt with it has always been supreme. So what they try to do is they try to conjure up the energy of Leviticus. They try to conjure up the energy of Revelations and all that vengeance and stuff, and we put it to sleep. It don't have no power. Cause what the fuck are you trying to get vengeance for? They're idiots. I'm telling you, they're stupid. They have created such a stench in the spiritual community. It is ridiculous. And they keep getting attacked left and right by authentic fucking witches that argue. I'm gonna tell you something. White or black, it doesn't fucking matter what race they are. You doing that to people, a lot of witches have discernment about that. We can see you doing that. We can sense you doing that. So you're being and you're outnumbered because there's more actual real witches that I'm just the only one saying any fucking thing. And the only reason why I was ever affected within my body and spirit, that because I needed to be healed, is because I met up with that monkey. Okay, and I think that he only was able to affect me, what, 20%. I've already healed myself that. So they want to hold on to that. They were trying to bind me to that dude. They were trying to tie me to that dude. They were trying to tie me to several men in that sector to try to fragment me. It's fucking sick. Everything that they tried to do, spirit saw it. And it's like we went over this before. And they just keep it going. They just said, you know what I'm saying? I'll talk about it, but nobody really actually gives a shit about what they're talking about. And the stuff that they have done the past year since I got back home, they are going to, you can only be tied to people if you allow it. Exactly. What the fuck are you talking about? Why are you constantly in here trying to give advice? Obviously, what they do, I'm speaking about things that people don't see. I've seen the rituals and the bindings that they have tried to do in private. The live streams that they do is something different. Of course, I don't allow it. How am I tied to those people? Because they won't shut the fuck up talking about me? What makes you think that I'm tied to them people? Why do you keep giving unwelcome and stupid advice? I don't need your advice. You're trying to gaslight me. Of course I'm not tied to those people. Of course. Of course I wouldn't. So why would you even say that? You do realize that if we were sitting at a table, I would get up from that table and say, I can't talk to that person. You can't sit with me because you're saying shit that's obvious. Yeah, that's what I said. Why would you say you can only be tied to people if you allow it? Do I look like I'm allowing it? No, I'm not. You think that I am because they keep fucking talking about me. That's their choice to look stupid and dumb and crazy and desperate and delusional. That's one of the reasons why I don't get along with folk like that, y'all. I do not get along with folk like that because basically what they want to do, they want me judged by their behavior. And if I talk about it, same thing that you listen. Y'all sound like you know what it sounds like to me and what it looks like to me when one of them 70 or 80-year-old fucking perverts is trying to make someone who is perceived to be a victim to blame. Basically, you know, when them old perverted ass fucking men that done raped and molested some fucking body, they don't want to take responsibility for what the fuck they did. So what they do is they gaslight. That's what you're doing. Oh, please. You know it's not bothering me. You know it's not bothering me. Stop. Stop it. Stop. Okay. I was speaking about it. Why would I be bothered about that? Yes, I have seen them trying to tie themselves to me. Why would you accuse me of letting it bother me? Huh? See what I'm saying? You are a troll. You're trolling me. And it's pathetic. It really is pathetic. It really is. Okay? And you're clearly looking for something that you can't get. Keep talking. Let me see if you keep talking. It only takes me one person and literally a millisecond. Well, that's a good point that you brought up. Let's talk about it. The spiritually deficient should not be able to have any power over you. Well, number one, they don't. But we're talking about people that are desperate, and we're dealing with the energies of desolation. So a desolate and reprobate minded person that is looking for something, then we can compare that to a fucking parasite. Get it together in a group and it's an issue. We're not even talking about that. They can't touch my energy. So you're not going to say, oh, well, I'm weaker than you. And no, no, you're trying to feed. Trust me, you're trying to feed, and you're not going to be allowed to do it. But you are tied to it. You are, because you're here saying this bullshit to me. You are tied to that. You are. And you have a stupid opinion about it. You're very ignorant. You're in the same consciousness as those people. Am I lying? Which is to try to come on here and tell me what the hell to do. I'm not going to ever apologize. In fact, those people can go and wither away and fucking die. If they're waiting for a fucking apology, they're going to go into their graves without one. I don't have any spiritual warfare techniques. I live life all the time, every single day. I live life. I'm not in spiritual warfare. That's them. Everything that I ever needed, my mama gave it to me. My ancestors gave it to me. My cosmic guides gave it to me, and the Most High gave it to me. Okay, everything above and below. No. Yeah, sure. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so negative, right? I'll do what the fuck I want to do. If I got something to fucking say, I'ma fucking say it. You're not gonna fucking try to tell me what the hell to talk about. And I do what the fuck. You don't control that. I don't need help. What I need is for people to show some fucking respect. And you won't do that. Why? Because I'm black. Why? Because I'm pretty. Why? Because I'm fucking sexy as the fuck, bitch. I'm too sexy. They didn't want people to take me seriously because I'm sexy as the fuck, bitch. Sexy and pretty and beautiful. Sexy, pretty, and fucking beautiful. We don't have the same ancestors. What are you talking about? Our ancestors. We don't have the same ancestors. I just showed you my ancestors. She's not your grandma. That's my grandma. That's my grandma and grandpa. Okay? That's mine right there. Lena Eloise Louisa Briscoe is my grandma, not yours. No, you the one in my goddamn chat room. Hey, Savannah shares. Hello. Now they done put Savannah on the list, trying to act like Savannah's racist. Oh my God. Savannah, I ain't falling for none of that unless you flip on me. Mm-hmm. And I'ma stay vain, and I'ma stay egotistical, and I'ma stay that fucking way. I'm not vain and egotistical with my man, with my children, but I'll say that anytime. So me saying that well, then why are you stalking me then? How the hell is a person, what did you want me to do? So you wanted my reaction to being stalked, to being broken. I'm broken. No, you just fed me. That's all you did, was you confirmed the fact that I'm beautiful, pretty, and sexy as the fuck. What are you talking about? When I get my ass off here, I'm going to go and I'm going to listen to what? I'm going to go and listen to one of my favorite songs, K. Archon. She Go By, with my headphones. And I'm going to bop around the damn house while I'm seasoning that damn meat. What are you talking about? What do you do all day? What do you do all day? Sit and look at a shrine of Jamila? Oh, no, you're in a group. You're in a group. You're in a group chat talking about Jamila. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I'm very healthy spiritually, hon. It's you. Trust me, it's you. I'm very spiritually healthy. Goodness gracious, that's so funny to me. But Mint Dispo, y'all. Mint Dispo is one of them witches that tried to curse me. Girl, get the fuck out of here. You could never fuck with my spiritual or my mental health. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. You got and they always find out one by one. I don't tell my business on YouTube like yourself. I'd say whatever the fuck I want to say. Maybe you need to talk. Maybe you need to tell your business to YouTube. Maybe people would connect with you on a personal level. That's called being interpersonal. Now, I've told my business, but your version of my business is not real. Your version of my business is not real. You're lying. You tell a bunch of lies, hon. You are mean. Sure I am. Sure I am. Why am I mean? Because I said that y'all stalking me because I'm sexy and pretty and beautiful? Well, that's the fucking truth. You are trying to disturb my mental health. Yes, you are. You've been trying to do it for 13 years. I'm about to say, yeah, that is why you're saying that, Zoe Ramirez. You're mean. You are mean. Oh, please. And Savannah, you are not ugly. You're beautiful. Don't listen to them. That's a long time. And Savannah's probably like, if Savannah was to say, well, Jamila, you didn't even have to say that. I know I look good. And what am I going to say? Oh, she arrogant. No, it's nothing wrong with that. Oh, please. And that Mint Dispo, that's how I know who you are. Mint Dispo said, I connect in real life, real time. Obviously, interconnection online has caused you hardship and spiritual issues. No, don't worry about what caused me hardship, hon. Go over there and continue to read the Bible and try to scapegoat on other people, and we'll see where it leads you, boo-boo. I don't have to come on here and tell my business. But what I will tell you is that if you're running a spiritual witchy business, you need to cleanse at least once a year. There's certain things that you need to put into place. And maybe I didn't do those things. Hardship, sure. Yeah. You know, hun, you're the one that's running around here flagging my channels and tripping off of me. I'd say you're going through a hardship. Uh-huh. I know exactly who that is. Exactly, Solo Thug. Like, I know that's right, Savannah shares. Yeah. And consider who's talking about you. Consider what that person actually looks like. That dude looks terrible. I think it's disgusting that he feels the need to come on here and degrade and demean women. And it's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. I personally celebrate women of all ages, of all colors. So that dude is fucking disgusting, and he's a freaking predator and probably a pedophile. I care about what he's talking about. I know exactly who you are, Mint Dispo. Please believe that I know exactly who you are, hon. Mm-hmm. Why do you keep saying okay, before you go, because you keep saying I'ma go. Who's gonna be doing the apologizing? Me? I'm supposed to apologize to them? What? Why are you saying that? Somebody you love passed away? Somebody died because of your conspiracy against me? Is that why I need to apologize? Because somebody died? Be honest. Okay. Okay, so Mint Dispo, let me just tell you this straight up and down. Don't ever for one ever millisecond think that I would ever stay focused on those people. Yeah, they are adversaries, but I still run a spiritual business. Do I look dumb enough to be obsessed with those people to the point where I would ever in my life ever focus on people on the internet instead of dealing with my clients and what they need me to deal with? I would be that stupid? You think I would put all my focus into those people? My clients send me thousands of dollars and I invest hundreds of dollars in candles to deal with the same people on the fucking internet. So yeah, they are enemies, but you know, let me ask my spirit something real quick. Hold on. Okay. Yay! They gave me permission to show you guys a few of my works. Let me show you something. Let's do a little bit of show and tell here. Let's do a little bit of show and tell. I'm gonna show you. Let me show you something here. And I gotta wrap that one up some more. I gotta reinforce that one. Okay, this is the one that I wanted to show y'all. Okay, move these out the way. Move that out the way. And we all know that there's going to be people that are going to try to plagiarize my work, but it ain't going to work for you, hon. 'Cause you don't know what the fuck this is about. And it doesn't look auspicious because of the colors. Now, when I get off of here in just a few minutes, I am going to take a shower and I'm going to have some strawberry milkshake cereal, Frosted Flakes. And I'm going to wait for those ribs to unthaw so I can cook them. This is some of my work. Okay. All right. Don't ask, don't tell. Okay. Now, why would I be doing this kind of work and you can't replicate it or duplicate it? Well, I don't need to have a beef with somebody on the internet to be relevant. Okay. This kind of work I do. Okay. Very, very blessed by the ancestors. Look at this one. Okay. Okay. You see that? Okay. All right. You see that? You know something, you don't know nothing about that. Okay. Yes, it is a chicken foot. Mm-hmm. This one right here is a whole ass trip right here. This one right here is a whole ass fucking trip right here. Okay. Why would I need to give a goddamn about a bunch of people on the damn internet when that's what my spirits are doing right there? Huh? Huh? Why would I? Why? This one I'm exceptionally proud of this one because I painted this chicken foot purple. Isn't it interesting? Let's try to shine the light. Shine the light. Shine the light. Mm-hmm. What I need to be worried? Why would I need to be worrying for? Even with my client work, what would I need to be worried about anything forever? Please explain to me what would there need to be a worry? You're trying to create worry, and you're doing real low lifery stuff, running around here talking about homelessness. I'll never be homeless as long as I've got ancestors like that, hon. I don't even know where that came from. I don't understand these people on here with that's so dusty to me. That's like the like I've never seen anybody doing things like that. I've never heard men and women talk like that. I've never seen that. But it seemed like y'all be doing that to other people. It seemed like y'all be doing that to other people. It do. Hmm. Well, I need to be worried about you for? Huh? Well, I need to be worried about you for? Huh? Why would I ever need to worry about you ever? Why would anybody need to worry about you and what you're doing? I need to, you know what? Let me. I'm gonna find the one that I really, really look. You see how they broke out of the chat? That shit ain't no joke. Oh, that shit ain't no joke. Someone changed your skin color. What they do to your skin color, Noriel? They make you darker or lighter? What they do to you, sweetie? I'm gonna show y'all this last one. Hold on. Where is it? You mean to tell me? Hold on. Hold on, y'all. The hell? Okay, hold on. Yep, I found it. Give me a second. Now I just gotta identify it. It's that one, but it's another one that I did that I really want to be able to, but it don't matter. It's all just, all of this stays on my altar. All of it stays on my altar. All of these will stay with me forever. If I have to, I'll keep them forever. Trying to find that one, though, that I did. What the hell I do with it, y'all? That's a bunch of labradorite, y'all. That's about 10 pounds of labradorite under there. It's an interesting one right here. Here it is. It's my little meditation center. I don't know what I'm going to use these for. Probably end up using them for something. Oh, hell yeah, I practice with dolls. Let me show y'all this one. Hold on. Where is it? Here's another one. This chicken foot ain't painted. You can see the... Where's that one at? Here's a doll. Tied up and binded up with a yellow chicken foot. And a few stones. Okay. I ended up having to use pink. Normally, I rather prefer to use, the other kind of twine. But you know what? There's for everything. Everything happens for a reason. Pink is an excellent color for transmutation. A lot of people asleep on the color pink. A lot of people asleep on the color pink and the power of the color pink. Let me show y'all this real quick. And all this work that I got is healing. But if you are an adversary and you choose to try to hurt me or try to hurt my family or my loved ones, then you're just going to be hurting yourself. Otherwise, none of this work is dangerous. It's not going to hurt anybody. It's not going to do any harm to anyone. It's all healing. All of it is very healing. All of it. Okay? Very healing. Because people deserve that. Nobody just sitting around, hurt people, want to hurt people. We don't fucking play those games. Trying to find something real quick I wanted to show to y'all. Okay, here it is right here. Now, this is one of my dolls, and it don't have to be something that looks like a character in a movie. Okay? It don't have to look like a damn character in a movie. It has intention with it. But this is a doll that I did. I think they want me to add water to this one. Not gonna tell y'all who this is. But you see how it's in there face down? This was a negative spirit. Okay, to keep out a negative spirit. So if somebody's haunting you, or they're in the afterlife, this right here, and I think spirit want me to add some water to this one. So I think, and you can see that it's in there, face, head down, head down. Okay. And it's purple. And the reason why it's purple is because purple is a power color. That's my power. Okay. So, this is a evil spirited person that was haunting me. And yeah, so all of that nasty negativity, and you guys can see that it's got quite a few stones in there. It'll be okay for me to put water in here, even though I got labradite in there. Labradite doesn't leak any chemicals or anything, so it'll be okay. And I think they want me to add water to this one. So, oh, you obsessed with all shades of pink? Yeah. Yeah, pink is definitely a wonderful color for transmuting very quickly, especially hot pink, like a hot pink color, but red is, a variation of pink, obviously, you know what I'm saying? So, but all this is healing. This is just some salt water right here that I need to do a different top for because I went out there and caught some lightning bugs. And when you catch lightning bugs, you don't have to poke holes in it. You just have to make sure that you put like a damp piece of, toilet paper or something in it. They died anyway, but and I was really sad about that. But it was just some salt water. And then at the south of my altar, y'all see that jar back there. I don't want anybody to see anything that's labeled on my jars. Uh, this one right here is what we utilize, and this just sits at the south of my altar. This is what we utilize for clearing, for undoing freezer spells, especially in particular baneful freezer spells. Okay. And this thing is always, I'm careful not to shake it up because when I took the top off of it, it literally started sizzling. There's a lot of hot stuff in there. Okay. So this is to shut down freezer spells. Okay. Because people will do baneful freezer spells, and it's very sick. And I've seen freezer spells, a lot of devastation for innocent people. Okay. Now, this right here is a core cutting jar. But of course, one of these is a core cutting stone working. And I believe, why are these? Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Somehow this damn thing done decided it want to act a damn fool. Okay. This right here is a core cutting jar. Give me a second. Oh. Okay, sorry about that. This is a core cutting jar, and as you guys can see, it's one of my stone core cuttings, but this is also a core cutting binding, because when you do core cuttings, people are just feverishly trying to reattach to you. Okay, so, and this is one for love that I did. You see the ruby zoisite? Some jackass trying to be attached to a woman that don't want him. So, and this ruby zoisite is connected to Mars and Venus, which is why I really, really love that stone. Okay, I really love that stone, and because it combines, for me, my deities, Aries and Aphrodite, which they're lovers, so it combines their energy. Okay, this is a jar that you can use for cutting. It can be lit whenever it's needed. Okay, but it's still active even though it's just sitting. Okay, so that's a core cutting jar. And I realized that core cuttings, of course, when I initially did that one, I did charge the stones with candles, and it was candle work that was done. But people will just reattach you, in particular parasitic people, or people that just won't let go. Obsessed people, obsessed people. How do you start one of those? You talking about my stone thing? Is it spirit guides me on these, y'all. And this one I need to wrap it a little bit better because it wants to come undone because I used some leather cord for this one. So I gotta wrap this some more. It'll get done. Yeah, it just depends on what it's for. Usually I will use selenite wands as a foundation. A lot of them you'll see that they'll have, and you can't always see it, depends on what the work is. This one is I can't say what this one is, but this is a real good one. So yeah. So, ain't nobody worried about no foe. Let me put this back to the south of my altar. Ain't nobody worried about you. And it's a couple of them down there that really will fuck somebody up. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. I'm telling you. She'll let you know. She'll let you know. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. And you know what? She's irritated. She's irritated. She's very irritated with certain people, especially. Yeah, let's set you up to be stalked and make it look like, let's use glamour. Let's use glamour. Let's make it look like you're just incapable and all this shit. Liar, frauds. Bunch of liars and frauds. That's why they in a tailspin. And they not getting past that work. Cause it's a lot of quartz crystal down there. It's a lot of quartz that y'all can't see. A lot of quartz. Okay. All right, y'all. So anywho, yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's not all the work that I do. I do a lot of different things, but you just get tired of, just the same thing back to back over and over again. People trying to take you through certain cycles. Well, they can go through it, but it's not going to work for them. It's not going to affect. It's not. And y'all got to be careful, some of these stupid people. Let me know if you're still in here. Somebody was asking me about changing their skin color and eyes. I don't know what to do. So what you need to do is you need to work. I would definitely work with the goddess Aphrodite or either Venetian influences with that, and you need to reverse it. You need a curse reversal. Anytime somebody does something like that, you need to reverse a curse. You probably need a curse reversal. You probably need a cord cutting, and you need to reclaim. You need to reclaim and heal. And it's a lot of work. It's not no fucking joke. That's why I charge what I charge, because it's certain hormones that they're trying to steal from you too. They will specify, trust me, people like that have studied the human body. They've studied certain hormones that regulate the brain, the blood pressure, as well as certain hormones, female and male hormones. Yes, they will steal your hormones, which is basically, what do they call that? It's not your essence, but it's more so of what do they call that? Oh damn, I can't think of that. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'll think of it in a minute. What is the name of that? Oh, it's right on the tip of my damn brain. The right word is not essence. It is your essence, but they'll try to steal your. Oh God, I can't think of it for some reason. I cannot think of it, but it's basically your pheromones. They will try to steal your pheromones. And they will, especially if they have a personal item of yours. Now, as a witch, I know all about personal items. I've never had to utilize that to steal or take from no fucking body, because I was born blessed and highly fucking favored. But there are some witches out there that will steal a personal item, your panties, your bra, your fucking everything, to fucking steal from you. Yes, they will, to steal your pheromones, to steal, because they want your beauty. They want your attraction. They want that for themselves. Because, ain't nobody too much paying attention to their asses. And the people that do pay attention to them, they don't, they're not, yeah, they're not hitting on shit. So I've always attracted very wealthy and intelligent clients. I've always attracted wealthy clients, and that is because of my pheromones and my hormones. So yeah, I'm a whore, all right, motherfucker. You felt sudden depression? Oh my God, I know they steal tiny things and do black magic on your mental health. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Well, they like to dox because they like to make it look like, I'm going to tell you something. They like to dox, especially if it's something like what I was dealing with my uncle, or what I'm still dealing with. They like to do that because they're trying to fearmonger. They're trying to make it seem like they can make anybody homeless. They're trying to make it look like they can do all of this stuff. But in reality, God and your spirits are going to, first of all, I've never been homeless. And my worst enemy was forced to pay. He was forced to pay for me to have a roof over my motherfucking head, because he, you know what I'm saying, kept trying to make it look like that he had to pay. Okay, not that he did that, but it's just the point that he kept speaking on my business. He kept speaking on me. He kept dropping revenge porn. He kept trying to put obstacles and challenges up. And he was being directed by so-called witches that was telling him to do that shit. And you know what I'm saying? So he had to pay. He need to let go of that shit. And my significant other thanks you for making sure that we was okay. All right. Now move on with your life. You did what was admirable. Take your you need to he needs to apologize and say, you know what? Don't try to speak down on me. Don't speak down on us. But what he needs to do is say, you know what? I paid what I weighed. Especially being that he still owes me thousands of dollars for a lot of work that I did for him too. Yeah, and yeah, so there was a lot of complimentary work that I did for him while he was during a fake ass fucking friendship. You just showing up and speaking your truth is helping me so much. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, that's what the fuck they do. Like, it's very bizarre. Like, it's just it's really bizarre, you know. It really is. I like your screen name though. You know, most vampires are not enemies of people or witches. Actually, it's a give and take between vampires. That's why the that show True Blood was attacked so bad, because vampires are actually useful. Vampires, these psychic vampires, that's like a new age phenomenon, but it's very real because it's been getting fed for years. But vampires are actually very useful to human beings. They're not our enemies. They are our ancestors, and they provide a lot. So a psychic vampire that's feeding off of you energetically, in particular a witch, I can promise you that I have healed people's organs and body parts, and I've never had to vampire off of another fucking person. Bullshit. And I've never had to, it's never taken away from me. Never. It's called healing witchery, is what it's called. And it's got very heavy, deep roots in Native American magic and healing. And it is very real. Well, if they're controlling your finances, it is because they have set an intention to do that, but they're mainly doing that through religion. They're mainly doing that through religion. That's why a lot of the women that are doing that look like men. That's a male thing. And a lot of these men will try to assert their dominance over you, but they're really fucking themselves over. So I don't feel like anybody is controlling my finances. I feel like they're trying to. That monkey definitely is trying to control my finances, and he ain't doing nothing but getting sicker and fucking sicker is what he's doing. Notice how the past several months I haven't even really advertising my services, and that's because I've had clients, as many as I'm supposed to fucking have. I don't have to prove that. Nobody's broke over here. Now, every now and then I do have fucking bills to pay. So when I come on here and do my fucking flash sales or whatever, that's a win-win fucking situation. And it's because they don't want to be undercut. Well, ain't nobody buying your fucking readings any goddamn way. Don't nobody want to talk to you. The fuck? Yeah, ain't no Sunday school, don't know religion have anything to do with witchery. They wannabes. And that is not to demean Christianity. Christianity has a lot of power, especially healing power. Love. There's a lot of love that you can get from that religion, because I have people that are religious. My significant other is a Christian man, and he is absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Christianity feeds the devil. Well, you know what? The devil, if you want to look at the devil, or if you're speaking of Satan, it's mainly an energy. It's an element of fire, mainly. However, the devil doesn't just represent the powers of fire. He represents air, water, earth as well. And if you're looking at him as a deity, that's okay and that's fine because a lot of people do that. But basically, the devil is the adversarial energy that opposes something. He's opposing something, and even Christians have that. If somebody comes to you and says something to you and does something to you that you don't like, the devil represents, I oppose that, and I'm going to fight with that. So, that's why I don't look at the devil or Satan as something bad necessarily, but just something necessary, because somebody can come up to you and say, hey, somebody, they could have bumps all over their fucking body and shit, pustules that's fucking busting open and shit, popping and shit with green sludge coming out the shit, and they come up to you and say, I want to make love to you to make myself better, so open your fucking legs. The devil gonna say no. That's what that is. Fuck no, you ain't gonna put your goddamn hands on me. You gonna pop it in the goddamn head so it don't come nowhere near you and try to spooge some kind of fucking. Let me tell you something. The devil is the divine feminine shit. Remember back during, I think that in the Bible it talks about leprosy. Can you imagine being a fucking woman? You laid up in your bed and all of a sudden a goddamn fucking man walks up. He's like, open your legs. I gotta make love to you so I can make myself better. And this motherfucker obviously got leprosy or some shit like that. I think that's what AIDS is, personally, leprosy. It's in the same family. and you the devil for saying no, but I need you to make me better. Open your leg. Then he pulled his penis out, and the penis got pustules and shit all on it. And he trying to put it in you. He trying to pull it. He trying to put that shit in you. The good Lord said you got to make me better. God said, Yahweh said that I could come to you and put my penis in you and make myself better. You gonna let that shit come near you? Eh, eh. Or they ain't even gotta have bumps all over their fucking body. Just, pull it out and it's a pustule, you know, or it ain't gotta be no pustules at all. It just, they smell funny. They don't smell right. Like, what the fuck? Or somebody could look normal. And they come up to you, you must make love to me. No, I'm not. The fuck? That's the devil. The devil is actually women that say no. That's the devil. Case closed. That's the devil. To a majority of Christian men is being told no. That's the devil. I just answered the riddle for you. They even got women like that. I want some pussy. He said, give me them titties. Put them titties in my mouth. Put them titties in my mouth. My mama didn't breastfeed me. I got mommy issues. Give me your titties. I'm a woman, and women that I ain't saying nothing negative about lesbians. I'm not, I promise. But I'm sorry if you're a lesbian woman. I call you thespians. You're not a lesbian. You're a thespian. You trying to force it on you. I but open your legs. I like to eat. I like to lick on coochie. It's like, I can give, if I wanted that, I could get my man to do it. And I like penis. I will have you anyway. And then they'll start saying Leviticus. Psalms. I'm going to sing the Psalms. And you just be like, help. Not help, but you be like, bitch, you better get the hell away from me. You're the devil. She's a Satanist. You're a Satanist if you tell them no. You're Satan. You're the devil if you say no. You're Satan. Saying no, the word no, to saying, I'm not saying that about all Christians. I'm not saying that about all Christians. I promise to God I'm not on my life. May I drop dead. I'm not saying that about all Christian people. My man is Christian. And he can just have me whenever he wants. He don't. I would never deny him. Right, exactly. So it's not about the actual prayer, it's about the intention behind the prayer. And if you sexy as the fuck and they want to be in your energy, or if you got good energy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You the devil, you evil, you're the evil one, you're the evil doer if you deny them of your essence. It's a fact. Right, I don't think about other people when I go for the Lord. Yeah. All right, so let me check on these let me check on these ribs and see if they, because you know what, I always use a binder. Oh yeah, they still kind of frozen. It's gonna be, let me flip them over. Yeah, so that underside will get thawed. These some good ribs. They claim supposed to be extra tender. They look good too. Them gonna be some good ribs. Mm-hmm. I sure do believe in the Lord's power, but I also believe that that there are certain circumstances where you gotta have the witch, and the witches are a part of the Lord's power. I'm sorry. You can't tell me that when it's so many people that are out there dying and being murdered. I mean, come on now. Come on now. I'm sorry. And then people will say, well, that's all a part of the Lord's plan. Why is God angry? God gets angry when certain people die. God gets angry when certain people are killed. Even Yahweh has directed me to do what, and he don't bother me. He don't he's he, it's not like that, okay? In fact, he brought out the behemoths. He said, I'm about to send some behemoths to them people. Okay. Magic and witchcraft will never be nonsense, ever. It has existed since woman first walked this earth. You don't do any baneful magic. Yemaya is the one that I usually commune with, and then sometimes Oya comes into the picture. And the reason why Oya comes in, oh, I'm sorry, and Arumilla comes in. But as far as me working with them all the time, it's mainly been Yemaya or Yemaye, and she's amazing. She works in the background. Like, for example, when I get off of here, I'm gonna take a shower. When I get in the shower, I call to her, and she just makes everything right. She's my healer. Okay, she's my healer. She does. But she doesn't want me getting involved in like religions such as Ifa and Santeria. She doesn't want me getting involved with that. She just kind of works with me in the background. Okay. I have a doll that I made in her likeness. It's a mermaid doll. And it's, she comes in, especially like when I take one of my spiritual baths, and I connect with her. And it really pisses me off when it pisses her off when people are trying to be in my energy. And I when I'm trying to commune with her, and they're trying to be in my energy. And she sees them as parasites. She sees them as spiritual parasites, people that are doing that. All that underhanded bullshit. Mm-mm. Nobody except for somebody's raggedy ass ancestor, possibly, approves of anything that these fucking people have been fucking doing. Nobody. They don't agree, and no, no, and more no, hun. No. They don't agree with you. You're delusional. They tell people that they are delusional. Having money or making money, that money is a curse to you. Just because you got paid or somebody paid you don't mean that you right. Okay? So, that's just what that is, okay? Because I'm gonna tell you something. And I meant to, guys, I've got a couple of shows that I need to do. I don't know what's distracting me from that spiritual rape show that I need to do. I need to do a show about that. But, I'm sick and fucking tired of these readers on here. If my spirits catch you doing it, they will fucking bind you. Trying to act like these bodies out here, these my bodies. No, they're not. Anybody with an opinion can fucking, because we see it all. We see it all. We see you and we see all the rest of the shit. And you are disingenuous because you don't want other people's input put in there. But that I spoke about, that mental illness called demon face syndrome, is something that my spirits are wanting people to know about. And they want people to be careful of that. What'd you do with the... Yeah. All right. So aliens are only communicating with us mainly and primarily. Yes, some of them, I want to venture out to say that they're only communicating with us from a distance. No, I don't see it. They're only communicating with us from a distance. Hey, Todd, in there. They're primarily just communicating from other realms and galaxies and shit like that. Because technically, an alien uh, can't really exist in our physical reality. Oh, it's gone. I've been looking for it. Huh? Let me see. Nope. It ain't in there. But I do believe that if certain people accept them and accept what they're doing, I do believe that people can go through DNA changes and stuff like that. You see it? I think that a lot of the alien abductions and stuff like that, I think that since, anything thought of can be created falsely in people. And so a lot of these alien abductions is probably people doing spiritual work and messing with people's heads, possibly. But, I do believe in alien activity. I do. There are some people that have disappeared from the face of the earth, but I'm going to tell you probably, I would say in 90 something percent of those cases, if somebody completely disappears, it is because they get taken out to the ocean. It's a lot of bodies in the ocean. Hold on, y'all. The oldest and most clever way of getting rid of somebody that you want to get rid of, they have consistently done it by throwing them and tossing them in the ocean. That is a fact. That is a fact. It's a lot of bodies in that ocean. And I mean, I can just, oh God, the ocean is haunted. It's terribly haunted. And them be some very angry spirits too, because they died in the most horrible way. Drowning is horrible. Them spirits be angry. They've been doing that for years. Want to make a person disappear? Toss them on in the ocean. Get them on a boat. Go far out. Either the Atlantic or the Pacific. Get rid of a person. People are so stupid. Unless that person is a threat, like I'm talking about a physical threat, killing somebody over money, the 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 way that people are willing to kill over money is retarded. And I hate being in that energy, because a person that wants to take from you and wants to hinder you or take away from you, they're leading you no fucking choice but to go to war. I can't fucking stand that fucking stupid ass shit. Let me get my ass off of here, y'all. Yeah, it's time for me to get in the shower. Day. Okay. I'll see y'all later. All right. Blessings to you. Bye.